Hello, and thank you for tuning into our Returning to Canada information recording. My name is Ashley Young, and I am the MFS US Program Specialist presenting to you today.
At this time, I'd like to turn it over to Michelle Darrow, our Program Manager, for a few words.
Thanks so much, Ashley. It's a pleasure to be here this evening. And on behalf of CFMWS, welcome everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. Returning to Canada often feels like it should be the easy part of this OutCan adventure, but many families find that return home a little bit more complex than expected. You may hear terms like reverse culture shock, which really is just a sense that home is familiar, but not exactly as you remember. That's perfectly normal, and it can take us time to find our rhythm again. Even if it's just something as simple as rediscovering how enthusiastic Canadian winters really can be. At the same time as the physical move, you're navigating so many things: healthcare changes, school district changes, employment, housing, and it's all at one time. This can feel heavy, as it's really like experiencing several different transitions all at once. We recognize that complexity, and part of our role is to help reduce barriers, support your well being, and connect you to the resources and community that make the transition smoother. What we do know is this, though: CAF families are incredibly adaptable, but that doesn't mean it will be easy. You have worked hard to build community and embrace the OutCan experience, and even though you're heading home to Canada, this move may come with new challenges, new complexities, new adventures, and perhaps opportunities. Today's session is really about supporting and building awareness. Our aim is to provide you with information, connections, and reassurance that you're not doing this alone. So thank you for joining us again, and this briefing will hopefully help connect you to information and support mechanisms that will help you along your way. Thanks so much. Over to you, Ashley.
Great, thank you, Michelle. So in this
Presentation, we'll walk through essential tasks and look at key resources to support you through this transition. Additionally, everything we share in this presentation can be found on our website at cfmws.ca/US-return. First up is a general overview of everything you'll want to do or consider before beginning your journey home. This includes everything from canceling home services, arranging mail forwarding, updating your inventory list, collecting medical and dental records, and even requesting a driver's abstract. You can find a printable version of this checklist on the webpage I mentioned earlier, also listed at the bottom of this slide, and in the description of the recording itself.
next, we have a few additional items to be aware of. Some are general in nature, while others apply to more specific or unique situations. First, if you're considering military housing, it's important to know that those returning from an OutCan posting are considered priority 1 for residential housing units. So be sure to take advantage of this if it was one of the options you were considering.
Next, make sure you've completed all important documentation. For instance, if you've had a child during your posting, it's essential to ensure their certificate of Canadian citizenship is processed and that they have a US passport. If you're tight on time, don't worry, an emergency travel document can be issued by the nearest Canadian consulate or embassy. If you've gotten married while OutCan, congratulations! But don't forget to submit the application for permanent residence in Canada as a part of your return planning. And finally, for anyone coming back from Hawaii, please take note of the furniture and effects shipment wait times. Delivery can take anywhere from 4 to 6 months, so it's a good idea to pack your essentials carefully and plan for an extended wait. When it comes to rerouting your mail to a new address, you'll need to fill out the same change of address form that is filled out for a domestic move. This is PS Form 3575. This process must be completed in person at your local post office as it cannot be done online. If you encounter issues at your local post office, you can contact USPS customer service at 1-800-275-8777 to request that the form be sent directly to you and then take it into your local post office. The CDLS Washington Health Services team instructs all CAF members to visit their local military treatment facility or other provider to request a complete copy of their U.S. medical record covering the entire duration of their posting. It should be noted that you will likely need to submit a separate request for your behavioral health file. Once these records are obtained, they can be sent to natalia.pella@forces.gc.ca for entry into CFHIS, or hand-delivered to the medical records section at your next unit. While dental records cannot be uploaded to CFHIS, you are still required to request them from your U.S. provider and present them to your Canadian healthcare provider upon return. It should be noted how important this step is before your return to Canada, as recovering this information after the fact can be administratively difficult. The health services team often receives inquiries from personnel who have returned from Canada without completing this step, which can negatively impact their future medical care, release process, and even VAC benefits. When it comes to spouses and dependents, it's strongly recommended that they also request copies of any medical and dental records before the move. Having these on hand will make it much easier to pass along to your next care provider in Canada and help avoid any disruptions in care. Once you've arrived back in Canada, the CAF member will also need to update their family's public service healthcare plan. This is done by completing Form TBS-006491 and submitting it to your new orderly room during the in-clearance process. It's important to make this change from comprehensive coverage back to supplementary coverage within 60 days of your return. If not, a 3-month waiting period will apply before the change takes effect, so make sure it's on that to-do list. Continuing on with medical considerations for spouses and dependents. Accessing healthcare in Canada can present some initial challenges. Common difficulties include securing a family doctor, longer wait times for specialist appointments and emergency services, and navigating prescription coverage or transfers. To help ease this transition, there are a few key resources available. First, the Military Family Doctor Network. This is a partnership between Military Family Services and Calian, designed to connect spouses and dependents with family doctors across Canada. You can visit the Military Family Doctor Network page to see where the services are currently offered. Locations include Calgary, Comox, Edmonton, Esquimalt, Gagetown, Halifax, Kingston, Southwestern Ontario, mainland BC, St. John's, Toronto, Ottawa, Trenton, and Winnipeg. Another option is Maple Virtual Health. This program provides access to online doctors, virtual healthcare services, and prescription support for spouses and dependents. You can register for coverage through Military Family Services at cfmws.ca/virtual-healthcare. If you need help with registration, your local Military Family Resource Center, MFRC, is a great point of contact. Keep in mind, however, that some prescriptions may not be eligible for virtual fulfillment. It's a good idea to request a 3 to 6 month supply of any essential medications before your move. Finally, as you begin navigating the healthcare system, ask about any provincial health portals or centralized wait lists designed for individuals who don't yet have a family doctor. When it comes to children's education, families returning to Canada often face a few common challenges. These can include adjusting to differences in curriculum, limited access to specialized programs or extracurricular activities, gaps in French language instruction, and navigating credit transfers, mostly for students entering grades 11 or 12. To help ease this transition, it's important to know that there are many supports available. One of the key resources is the Military Family Services Education Team, dedicated to helping families navigate all the aspects of school transitions, including graduation requirements, post-secondary options, and more. By visiting cfmws.ca/support-services/education, you can connect with the education team, explore the education systems by province, access helpful resource guides, get post-secondary planning support, and learn more about available reimbursement programs. Additionally, if you're looking into childcare options, you now have access to dedicated childcare subject matter experts who can help you understand what's available once you're back in Canada. Whether you're exploring options through military family resource centers, personnel support programs, or within your local community, these experts are here to guide you and answer any childcare related questions you may have. Spousal employment has long been one of the key challenges of the military lifestyle. Whether it's transferring professional credits, explaining resume gaps, or starting from scratch in a new location. To help ease these transitions, there are several tailored supports and resources available to CAF spouses, including both financial allowances and career-specific programs. These include the Military Spousal Employment Network. This program connects military spouses with national employers who recognize and support the military lifestyle. The network also offers access to job boards, virtual career fairs, and a variety of career development tools. Next, we have Career Coach Plus. This program provides one-on-one virtual coaching for CAF spouses, including personalized support with resumes, interview preparation, and job search strategies. Many more resources can be found at cfmws.ca/support-services/employment. When returning from an outcam posting, we are faced with the realities of reintegration, and sometimes reverse culture shock can manifest in various ways. From initial excitement about returning home to unexpected nostalgia for your life in the US. It's important to recognize that everyone's reentry experience is unique and your reactions may differ from those of your peers. So, we've compiled a few tips to support you as you reintegrate into life in Canada. First, anticipate the challenge. Accept that it will take time and effort to readjust to your home culture. Acknowledge that reverse culture shock is normal and that everyone experiences it differently. Practice self-care. Make sure you're getting enough rest, exercise, and healthy foods. Taking care of your physical and mental health will help make the transition easier. Engage in activities that bring you joy. Do things that make you feel good and help you relax. Whether it's a hobby, spending time in nature, or practicing mindfulness, prioritize what brings you peace. Keep in touch. Stay connected with the people you met while out camp. This helps maintain your global perspective and gives you a sense of continuity even when you're back home. Integrate new habits and hobbies. Find ways to incorporate the things you loved about living out camp into your new life. Whether it's cooking food from a different culture or practicing a new language, blending your old and new life can create a more balanced adjustment. Stay active and engaged. Keeping yourself busy with meaningful daily activities can help prevent feelings of isolation or being overwhelmed. Look for opportunities to connect with others through work, social events, or community involvement. These connections can help you feel more grounded and supported. And lastly, seek support. Don't hesitate to talk to friends, family, or even a counselor. Having someone to listen to you and provide understanding can make the process smoother. Additionally, be sure to reach out to your location provider so they can connect you with resources and your new MFRC. And to build on that last point about seeking support, a great place to start is by visiting cfmws.ca. Once there, click on Select Your Community in the top right corner to begin exploring your new location and discover the local resources, programs, and support services available to you and your family. Again, thank you for tuning in. We hope the information shared in this presentation helps make your transition back to Canada a little smoother and more manageable.